Okay guys, we're here today. What we're going to be doing is we are going to be setting down the ESCs, and how I'm going to put them down is I'm going to put this Velcro down. I'm going to lay this Velcro down on the foam and then Velcro the ESCs in place, so that instead of using glue or anything like that, but I just don't want them to move. Just don't want them to move. So I bought some Velcro at a, just anywhere. You can buy Velcro at Smith's, at Albertsons, anywhere. But basically all I'm going to do is I'm going to put Velcro right here on each side of this little wedge compartment that they have in here, and just on each side of it. And then I'm going to put Velcro on the bottom of the ESCs, of course, and then I'm gonna have that in place. I had another piece of Velcro somewhere. Oh, there it is. Okay. And then, you don't really need a lot, just enough for the Velcro to grab on. I mean, everything is going to be held down in place by the vents when it's covered up. But you just want to, or I just wanted to kind of put this here. A lot of problems that I've had with my planes in the past is, if you go over a bump or something like that when you're landing, and then all of a sudden your ESC gets knocked loose from where it was at. And especially with the last plane that I had, I thought everything was gonna be in place and set down and I wouldn't have to worry about it. But turns out that I had a sort of a bumpy landing, and then all of a sudden I see my ESC hanging in the middle of the airflow, and so I had to do some surgery to put it back down. And then what I did to keep it in place was, I should have used Velcro, but what I used was CA. So just gonna put some Velcro there, and then Velcro on the other. I don't want to Velcro the other side because obviously this side is the heatsink side of the ESC, so you don't want to put Velcro there. You want as much airflow as possible over that. So I'm gonna go ahead and Velcro this side. Okay, and then we're just gonna put them in, just like this. Go ahead and put this stuff in on the other side. So just take this battery hatch out. Okay, and then you of course, just feed the wires in, down. Okay, so now we're here at this point. Let's put this through. Okay. I'm just gonna put this ESC down here like this. And this ESC and there you go. My ESCs are down. They're Velcroed in place. Let me see it. Make sure that when I have the hatch over it, it'll still be able to close. Yep, there's still enough room in there for the ESC, for the hatch to close. And there's room in here in the middle still for all your wires to get run through, so that's good. Now for the second part of this video, what we're going to be doing is we're going to measure. I went to the hobby store today. I was expecting this to come in sometime this week, but I just couldn't wait, so I decided to go to the hobby store and pay 3 times of what I paid on Hobby King and for some 12 gauge wire. So I have 6 feet of wire. Hopefully I don't need that much wire, but I have 6 feet of wire because I have 6 connections that I need to extend. So what we're gonna do is we're just gonna measure one. We're not gonna measure all 6 right now. We're just gonna measure one, and then after I measure that one, I'm gonna move on to the next part of the video, which is soldering the bullet connectors for the extension wire to connect the ESC to the motor down here. Let me move this back a little bit so you can see just how far the bullet connectors are. So got my motors. They're not set in place. They're still, you know, I still haven't I didn't want to I guess install them just yet until I had the connectors connected to them, and then once I have all the connectors down, then I'll go ahead and set it down, because once I close this hatch, I don't want to have to open it. I'm gonna put just the silicone on the bottom part of it, but then when I set it in place, I'm gonna put the covers back on, and I don't want to have to take them back off until, you know, unless I had to do something else. So what we're gonna do now is we're just gonna, you know, usually, you know, obviously, you know, the bullet connectors are about, you know, they're 3.5 millimeters, but that's, I mean, they're you know, just regular bullet connectors. But you also got to think, you know, if you do it too long, you're gonna have a whole bunch of slack in wire. You don't really want that. So I'm just going to measure one of these, and I'm guessing this is about how much I want. You know, I don't want too much. So this is how much I'm gonna cut off. This is how much I'm gonna cut off. There's a little bit of slack, not too much. That way, you know, if there's anything jostled around, the connections won't get loose. It'll still have just a little bit of slack, just enough, just for a little play. So this is where it's gonna be at. Okay, I'm gonna cut this, and then I'm gonna cut 6 of these all together, and then I'm gonna go ahead and I'll go ahead and do a video of me connecting the bullet connectors, but at least just one of them. So that's that. Thanks for watching, and then I'll go ahead and this will be part 1 of this video. So